Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webcast hosted by the Bhopal Medical Appeal. I'm Tim Edwards, a trustee of the charity, and this is Farah Edwards, a native of Bhopal.
Hello.
Tabish Ali will be taking us on a tour of the Chingari Trust Children's Rehabilitation Centre in Bhopal. We'll be exploring the building, seeing where local children come each day for therapeutic and learning support, and meeting with the staff who support them. Due to an important Bhopal survivors protest on December the 3rd, this webcast is being recorded before broadcast, but we do invite people to respond in the chat, and we'll try to answer any questions that you may have as they arise. Hello, Tabish.
Hi, Tim, Farah, and all my lovely viewers. Today, I will be taking you around a tour to the Chingari. So, first walking into the center, I would like to introduce all of you to Mr. Lakshmi Narayan. He has been working as a security guard at Chingari.
काम सर मेरा यहाँ पे काम है बच्चों को देख रेख के लिए बाहर न जाएं इधर उधर न घूमें गाड़ी में बिठाते टाइम उतारते टाइम उनको बिठवाना है उतरवाना है ये मेरा काम है
My name is Lakshmi Narayan, and the work which I am doing at Chingari is to keep an eye and vigilance on the children that they should not go out of the center, and also while they are also assist them in coming out of the van and going back to their vans while they come here for pick and drop. This is my work along with the security here. If you have any questions, please.
Yes, thank you. I was just wondering, how does the environment working at Chingari compare to other jobs that you have had in the past?
ये सबसे पूछना चाहते हैं कि जो चिंगारी में आपको ऐसा क्या अलग लगा यहाँ काम करते हुए देख के यहाँ के एनवायरमेंट से जो कि आपकी दूसरी जगह से आपको जहाँ आपने काम किया वहाँ से अलग लगा?
वहाँ पे सर क्या है कि यहाँ पे मेरे को साफ सफाई सबका टाइम टेबल कोई फालतू इधर उधर नहीं घूमता सब अपने वर्किंग टाइम में अपना टाइम देते हैं और ये सब चीजें अच्छी लगी समय की पाबंदी है हर चीज की ये अच्छा लगता है
Here, the things which I like about is that is the discipline. People here follow a proper timetable. You will not find anybody roaming around free, and also the cleanliness is maintained here a lot. This is what I like working here. Thank you, Lakshmi, for your time.
Thank you.
Now let's move forward to the other parts of the garden. The one at my back is the garden where kids come and play. Here we have different kind of flowers and different kind of plants which have different kind of smell and different flowers with different colors. So this also helps the children in identifying different kind of smells and also different colors.
Yes, I see, Tabish. The garden is looking really lovely, and with the sunshine, I think it must be around 24 degrees and perfect winter temperatures, so the children can come out and play. And the plants are looking really good. Who maintains the plants, Tabish?
We have a gardener who comes here fortnightly. He maintains the plants and other things. And also the caretakers here, they take up the task of cleaning it up every day. So, and also as we were talking about weather for Apa, when when winter becomes cold and during at 10 and 11 when we have a good sunshine, so it's also a good place for children to come here, play, and also enjoy the sunshine.
That's wonderful, and it's so good for them to be in nature and enjoy these benefits. Thank you, Tabish.
Now let's move forward. Let me introduce you different departments one by one here at Chingari. So I would first like to introduce you Mr. Asif. He works as a driver at Chingari. Asif, come on. And we have around 5 vans which comes and which are involved in picking and dropping of children. आसिफ भाई आप अपने काम के बारे में कुछ बताएंगे?
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद आसिफ है चिंगारी में ड्राइवर के पद पे
थोड़ा सा तेज बोलिए।
हाँ,
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद आसिफ है मैं चिंगारी ट्रस्ट में ड्राइवर के पद पे व्यस्त हूँ और यहाँ पे बच्चों को घरों से पिक करके लाते हैं, और यहाँ पे बच्चे कम से कम 120 से 140 बच्चे यहाँ पे आते हैं, बच्चे बहनों के माध्यम से। यहाँ पे 5 बहनें हैं।
I'm standing just near to Mr. Asif. He's working as a driver at Chingari. And at times I call him Anil Kapoor of Chingari Trust because that's the way Anil Kapoor never aged. So it's our Asif Bhai. From last 7-8 years, he looks as the same as he was in the past. And while talking about his work, he told me that they are involved in picking and dropping up of the children, and every day around 120 to 140 children are picked and dropped in different through different routes, from different routes and through different trips, uh, using these 5 vans.
I wanted to ask Asif Bhai a question. I wanted to know what his favorite part of the drive is.
वही आपसे एक सवाल करना चाहते हैं, जब आपका जो ड्राइव करते हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा फेवरेट किसका है जब आपको बच्चे को लाते हैं कहते हैं?
जब मैं बच्चों को लेके आता हूँ तो बच्चे बहुत चलने में असमर्थ रहते हैं और चल नहीं पाते हैं। उनको गाड़ी में बिठा के लेके आता हूँ, जिससे मैं बहुत दिल से खुशी मिलती है कि जो बच्चों की
जब आप उनकी बैठने में
मदद भी करता हूँ, उनके बैठने में बच्चों को उतारना बिठाना, अच्छे से चिंगारी में लेके आना उनको बच्चों को, इससे मेरे को दिल में बहुत खुशी मिलती है इन बच्चों की मदद करना।
When I go out on a drive for while picking and dropping up children, and when I help those children who are not able to sit in the van on their own and get down on their own, when I help those children in coming and sitting in the van and also getting down from the van, this gives me the real happiness, and I enjoy it a lot. Okay,
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. बहुत शुक्रिया आपका कि आपने ये हमें बताया, और आपने मेरे दूसरे सवाल का भी जवाब उसी पहले ही सवाल में दे दिया। और मेरा दूसरा सवाल ये था कि किस चीज से आपको बेइंतहा खुशी मिलती है। तो जाहिर है, तो इसमें पता ही चल गया कि किस चीज से आपको खुशी मिलती है, बच्चों को देखना और उनको संभालना। Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you.
Now let's move forward to the other scene, and just like to introduce is Nazir, another driver working here. Is Mr. Hasib, another driver working here. Mr. Sunil, he also works as a driver here.
Can we ask him a question about how he? Oh, you've gone into the Chingari. That's fine. That's fine. Absolutely.
Let's come into the music room. Here, children every day for 2 hours, the music session of the children are. For some reason, because of few urgent needs, she was not able to come here. But here, every day children come here and they learn to play different instruments like tabla, harmonium, and guitar. Different kind of tablas here.
Oh, lovely.
And to be honest, I don't have any knowledge of how these instruments are played, but it looks lovely to see them during the prayer time when the children come and they play different kind of instruments like piano for the kids, and also different kinds of tablas and other things. So I don't have much knowledge of music, but as a novice, when during the prayer time, when I see that when the kids come and they play, and especially there's a there was a very inspiring Bollywood song, "Itni Shakti Hame Dena Data." When they sing that song and then they play different music in the background, it looks ecstatic.
It's a beautiful song and it's an inspirational song. So I'm glad that you use it in the music room, and I'm sure the children really enjoy listening, playing the instruments as well as the music. Thank you, Tabish. Thank you for sharing that.
Now let me introduce you to the small play area which we have for the kids. Here we have different slides, swings, and other things where children come, play, and they may have fun and also they enjoy a lot.
I'm glad
Uh,
you got lots of sand under there so that when if the children fall, they fall on the sand. When we were growing
yeah,
up in India, we had stones on the playground. So this is all really good.
In Britain, it was concrete.
and and to be honest, especially speaking about when these kids, many of them doesn't come from a very economically good background. So this place, apart from giving them therapies and other things, they also give them a few things to be happy about it. One of which is this playground, and also I've seen a lot. These kids become happy when we take them out for some cartoon movies or when we take them out for a picnic. So apart from the therapies and these things, I feel this kind of things which are for their recreation, which I feel is a right of every child. It brings happiness to them, and also it raises their morale.
Yeah, I agree with you. Playtime is so important, and the children need to have this, and it's just it makes them happy, and that's what we need.
Yeah. Now I'm taking you to the room of our community health worker. So let me introduce you, Mr. Shankar, Mr. Wasim, Ms. Vidya. They work as a community health worker at Chingari. तुमसे अपने काम के बारे में बताएं।
हेलो मेरा नाम शंकर और हम लोग कम्युनिटी हेल्थ वर्कर हैं और हम लोगों का बेसिकली काम ये होता है कि जो चिंगारी ट्रस्ट है और चिंगारी में जो बच्चे आते हैं उनके बीच में एक तालमेल को बनाए रखना ताकि बच्चों को रेगुलर थेरेपी मिल पाए क्योंकि कभी कभी क्या होता है बच्चे किसी कारणवश आना बंद कर देते हैं तो हम लोग उनके घर पे जाके फॉलोअप करते हैं और उनकी जो परेशानी होती है उसको सॉर्ट आउट करते हैं या तो वो हेल्थ से संबंधित हो सकती है या वेन से संबंधित।
Thank you.
तो
आपका ये this is such an important job to get the children back, Tabish. Thank you. Could you tell us more about it?
we have forgot. Can I translate Shankar's part?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So my name is Shankar, and we work as a community health worker here. So one big part of our role is that we act as a bridge between the families coming here and the children at Chingari Trust. This helps us in making sure that children come here regularly. If children are absent from a long time, then we go to their homes and we do their follow-ups, and then we ask the reason of being irregular, and we also do the counseling. And in case of if they require any medical help, in because of any medical issue, if they are not coming regularly, then we ask them about the medical issue and assist them in getting treatment outside. And also telling more about their work is that they're also involved in the community health meetings where they conduct meeting every fortnightly in which there is awareness basically on two big issues. One is the early identification of disability. It has been found out that the earlier the disability is identified, easier it is to be cured. And at times there are very myths which are prevalent in the Indian society. For example, if a child is not able to walk even at the age of 1.5 years, the peers will be saying that such a child has walked at 3 years and 4 years, and it's normal. But when we go there, we explain them these things are not normal, and if there's any discrepancies of the milestones which are not achieved at the right age, you should consult a doctor or come to Chingari Center, and we will guide you accordingly. And also the second thing which they actually explain in the community health meeting is that what all precautions a woman should take while she is pregnant, because we believe that at some stage the starting point of especially the congenital disability is right from the pregnancy. So they should take all the precautions, they should take all the medicines in time, and they should make sure that whatever protocols are there and whatever doctors have said, they follow it regularly.
That's great because Tabish, we do the same thing in United Kingdom. Early intervention is and I'm so glad that your Chingari is actually keeping up with the latest updates of how things are done. So that's absolutely brilliant and so good to hear. Thank you for that.
Okay. Thank you for
Tabish, can I ask Shankar Is there any particular assistance that's given that enables children to access any government help schemes if such things exist?
आप कुछ मदद करते हैं बच्चों की ताकि उन्हें सरकारी लाभ मिल सके और उनके पास
जो नगर निगम से एक पेंशन बच्चों को प्रोवाइड की जाती है जिसमें 800 रुपये प्रत्येक माह मिलते हैं बच्चों को। और उसके अलावा भी काफ़ी स्कीम है, या तो रेलवे का
आप किस
पास
तरह से मदद करते हैं?
उसके लिए हम लोग गवर्नमेंट जो डिपार्टमेंट होते हैं वहाँ पर संपर्क करते हैं। और पहले तो कोशिश ये करते हैं कि पेरेंट्स खुद जागरूक हों, और अगर वहाँ उनको कुछ परेशानी या दिक्कत होती है तो फिर हम लोग खुद जाते हैं उनके साथ, और उनको जो भी गवर्नमेंट अधिकारी वगैरह उन लोगों से मिलकर उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉर्ट आउट करते हैं।
जैसे पेंशन स्कीम हुई
हाँ, पेंशन हुई, या तो रेलवे का हुआ या बैंक का हुआ।
Tim, Sheng is saying that they help the children in getting different benefits from the different schemes from the government. For example, the monthly pension scheme of 800 rupees for the disabled child, also help them in getting railway passes, and also help them in getting their disability cards, and also help them in UDID cards. The first thing which they themselves want is that their first effort is to create awareness within the parents also, among the parents only, that they themselves can go and can go to the government departments and make these documents and can avail this benefits. In case when they found that there's some problem and if they require their assistance, then they go with them to the government departments and help them in assist them in getting those facilities. And also from time to time, they organize the various camps in Chingari also, where parents can come and get their documents ready, like disability certificates, Aadhaar card, and other thing which is required for these kids to avail benefit of different government schemes.
Just one more question, Tabish. They must also encounter situations where parents are having difficulty accepting the condition of their children. I wonder, how do they manage those kinds of sensitivities within a community?
अच्छा, आप लोगों को अपने काम कभी ना कभी एक ऐसा पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चे की डिसेबिलिटी को स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं हो, लेकिन हमारा बच्चा डिसेबल, तो ऐसा कोई किस्से में आप क्या करते हैं? कोई उदाहरण की बात बताएं।
उसके लिए हम लोग जो भी बस्तियां होती है वहाँ पर कम्युनिटी मीटिंग ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं। और
जब अगर पेरेंट्स नहीं है, एक पेरेंट्स से आप बात कर रहे हैं,
हाँ, अच्छा हाँ, उनकी फिर हम लोग काउंसलिंग करते हैं और उनको हम बहुत सारे उदाहरण देते हैं, जैसे जो चिंगारी में बच्चे ठीक होते हैं उसका हम लोग उदाहरण उनको बताते हैं कि देखिए इतने सारे बच्चे हमारे यहाँ ठीक हुए हैं, आप कभी चिंगारी में आइए और सारी चीज़ों को देखिए। उन लोगों से हम मिलवाते हैं जिनके बच्चे ठीक हुए, तो उनके अंदर एक जिज्ञासा होती है कि बच्चे अगर ठीक हुए तो हम भी ठीक हो सकते हैं।
Shankar is saying that in such cases, they do the counseling of the parents, and also while doing the counseling, they give them the examples of how the different kids with the similar issues have come to Chingari and are now all right. And also at times they also make them meet the parents of those children who have become all right after coming to Chingari, and they also try to make them to come to Chingari, make a visit at Chingari and see how the things are going on, and also make them talk with the parents of different children in what condition they have come and how it has all got improved after getting proper therapy and proper medications.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Amazing work everybody's doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's move to the special education room. With me are the special educators working at Chingari, Mr. Surprakash. Usha is working as an assistant special educator. Irfan Ahmed is working as a special educator. Saurabh Mishra is working as a special educator here. आप में से कोई अपने काम के बारे में थोड़ा बताएं।
मेरा नाम सूर्य प्रकाश सिंह है। मैं चिंगारी पुनर्वास केंद्र में पिछले लगभग 8 सालों से विशेष शिक्षा के पद पर कार्यरत हूँ।
My name is Surya Prakash Singh and I'm working as a special educator at Chingari from last 3 years.
हमारे पास जब बच्चा एडमिशन होने के बाद जब बच्चा आता है विशेष शिक्षा विभाग में, तो हम बच्चे के अकॉर्डिंग बच्चे के प्लान सेट करते हैं। अगर हमारे पास बच्चा आता है उसके फाइन मोटर्स वीक है तो उसके डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज कराते हैं, 5 फिंगर एक्सरसाइज,
play activities, smile ball activities, and reads activities, zigzag activities, save activities.
In our department, when a child come here after assessment, then as per the need of the child, we define his plan. And for example, if a child is having issues of the in fine motor, then we use this fine motor, this grippers, and we use play activities like miley balls, and we use beats. All this helps them in helping them with the fine motor.
जो बच्चों के आई कांटेक्ट पुअर होते हैं, जिन बच्चे नजरें नहीं मिला पाते, उनके लिए हम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज कराते हैं, कैंडल एक्टिविटीज, टॉर्च एक्टिविटीज, साउंड्स एक्टिविटीज, डिफरेंट कलरफुल लाइट्स एक्टिविटीज, ताकि बच्चे का आई कांटेक्ट इंप्रूव हो सके.
Those kids who doesn't maintain proper eye contact, for them we use different activities like candle activities, using a torch, using the toys with the sound, and toys and different kind of lights, colorful lights. So all this we do to help them in maintaining the proper eye contact.
और जो बच्चे फाइन मोटर वीक होता है,
What curriculum you follow with these kids? Yeah.
हम कैरिकुलम एक निपल द्वारा बनाए हुए हैं कि शैक्षणिक एजुकेशनल टूल्स है, जिसका नाम एफएससीपी है, जिसका पूरा नाम है फंक्शनल असिस्टेंट चेकलिस्ट फॉर प्रोग्रामिंग. उसके अकॉर्डिंग बच्चे का हम गोल सेट करते हैं या ट्रीटमेंट प्लान सेट करते हैं, और जब वो सेट करते हैं तो बच्चे की एज और बच्चे के लेवल के ये देखते हैं बच्चे की एज और लेवल क्या है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग उस एफएससीपी से बच्चे का गोल सेट.
The curriculum which we follow is designed by NIPMET. It's National Institute for Persons with Mental and Intellectual Disability, and they have made an instrument called FACP, which is full form is Functional Analysis
Assessment Checklist for Programming.
Functional Assessment Checklist for Programming, and it has different milestone mentioned in it. And as per the FACP checklist, and as per the age of the child, and as per the disability of the child, we decide what education plan child will be following, and on what milestone we will be working on it. And I also personally interact with them from time to time regarding the things. So when it comes to the SNPMAD and FACP, so like the way we normal children have their curriculum, like the first class, second class, third, fourth, fifth, then graduation, post-graduation. In the same way, NIPMAD has designed for the special kids, in which kids are divided into different groups, like care group, pre-primary, primary.
जो निपल द्वारा जो क्लास का वर्गीकरण होता है, वो प्री प्राइमरी जो क्लास की एज होती है 3 to 6 ईयर का अगर बच्चा हमारे पास आता है तो उसको प्री प्राइमरी क्लास में शिफ्ट करते हैं. अगर बच्चा 7 to 10 ईयर्स का है तो उसको प्राइमरी फर्स्ट क्लास में शिफ्ट करते हैं. अगर बच्चा 11 to 14 ईयर का है तो उसको सेकेंडरी क्लास में शिफ्ट करते हैं. अगर बच्चा 15 to 18 ईयर का है तो उसको प्री वोकेशनल क्लास में शिफ्ट करते हैं. कुछ बच्चे होते हैं जो बहुत देख रेख या बहुत केयर की जरूरत होती है, उनको हम संरक्षित वर्ग या केयर ग्रुप में शिफ्ट करते हैं.
So as I was saying, that the children as per their age are divided into different groups, like pre-primary, primary, secondary group, pre-vocational group, vocational group. What difference I found with the normal and the normal curriculum? The curriculum for the special child is that first of all, it is more focused on the daily needs of the child. For example, if a child is able to write his name, if a child is able to wear his clothes, or if a child is able to go to the toilet or bathroom, and these are much more simpler and divided into much more layers as compared to the normal education.
Tabish, I understand that a number of Chingari children over the years have been able to, with the help of the special educators, they've been able to graduate into standard schools, if you will. And I just wonder how that feels for the special educators, because having worked with a child for a number of years, that it must be mixed feelings when a child moves on.
काफी बच्चे हैं स्पेशल एजुकेशन लेने के बाद नॉर्मल स्कूल जा रहे हैं, तो वो बच्चे के लिए कैसा अनुभव होता है, क्योंकि एकदम यहाँ से आके दूसरा आप लोग क्या सहायता है?
देखिए, जब हम लोग यहाँ से ट्रेन करने के बाद बच्चे जो बेसिक वर्क होता है, बेसिक वर्क जब हम कंप्लीट करा देते हैं तो हम पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं अब बच्चा ये नॉर्मल स्कूल में जाने लायक हो गया है. वहां जाने के बाद कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आती, जैसे बच्चा नॉर्मल बच्चों के साथ एडजस्ट नहीं होता, बैठता कम है, या दूसरे बच्चों को धक्का देना है, या टीचर को होती बच्चे की भाषा या बच्चे को गोल सेट करना है, बच्चे को लिए पढ़ाने में उनको जो प्रॉब्लम आती है, जब पेरेंट्स हमें बताते हैं या टीचर पेरेंट्स कहते हैं आपके बच्चे के लिए बहुत कठिन होता है हमें सेट करना, उसको कैसे समझाए, 10 बार समझाना पड़ता है। जब पेरेंट्स ये बात हमें बताते हैं तो हम लोग स्कूल जाके टीचर से मिलते हैं और बच्चे के लिए जो बेस्ट हो वो प्लान सेट करते हैं।
Tim, Surya Prakash is saying that when a child has reached certain stage, when he is prepared with the basic level, then we ask the parents to take him or her to the normal school. When the child goes to the normal school, he faces various issues like mixing up with the children, with the normal children, socializing with them. He also has behavioral issues. The child also have learning issues. For example, a normal child can learn much easily in the class, whatever is taught, and this child might require many things. And they also receive at times complaints from the teachers that that the child is learning slowly and other things, or is not able to grasp in the class. In such cases, when such issues come to us, then we do a visit to the normal school and we do the counseling of the teachers who are teaching there, and we also tell them how different techniques could help them in making the life of the child better.
That's amazing to hear. So there's actually quite a lot of crossover even after students have graduated out of Chingari, yes? And
Yes,
an ongoing
yes,
support.
and also they pay a visit to the school once in every month to whatever school the child is going, so that they can monitor the progress of the child.
So it's basically it's a continued support even after the kids have left. And thank you for saying that, Tabish, because sometimes children, neurotypical children and neurodivergent children. So neurodivergent children, we take neurotypical parents and children take for granted that what neurodivergent children have to learn, like simple things like tying shoelaces or going to the toilet or things like that, that are taken for granted. But the workers here, and they are actually teaching the children how to do these things step by step. And as the gentleman mentioned, that even like pushing another child in the classroom and teaching the children boundaries, and that's amazing, that's so important. And I'm so glad that the children move on to mainstream schools, which is something that uh, is really really good, and for Chingari and the staff. Plus also that there's a continuum. It's not stopping once they've left Chingari. There's a continuing support. That's amazing to hear.
And I completely agree with that. And I also feel that it's a gradual process of making a child with the special needs to make him come in a normal environment in a normal school. We can't make that change a sudden one.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's go to the other room. That's Mr. Israel. He looks after the accounts work at Chingari. Right.
Hello.
And now moving to another school, sensory integration therapy room.
Oh wow, I love
will-
that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And one thing which I love that is that I need not to do the translation. I'd like to introduce you with Dr. Khyati Rana. She's working as an occupational therapist here. And Khyati, would you
Hello.
like to tell us about your work?
Okay. I properly work with children with sensory issues, hand function issues, cognitive, perceptual, and social and emotional skills development. So I'll just get the tour of my room.
Lovely,
Working
thank
on
you.
some balancing and vestibular issues. This is balance B, which is used for coordination and balance purpose. Then also for attention and body awareness. Then stethoscope, which gives a great tactile input to the kids, and also in balancing and vestibular input. Then these are colorful stools which are used for height and depth perception and also for obstacle course. Other than gym ball, we have kinds of gym ball over here. So gym ball is great input, vestibular input, posture development, and body awareness and alertness system sensory issues, which are related to sensory issues. Then balance board is also used for postural development and attention and vestibular balance. We have a variety of swings over here. So let me introduce the swings. This is the ladder swing, this swing, platform swing, and the toddler infant base swing. So this is the ladder swing, which helps to develop child's core muscle development, also hand function, finger gripping, etc. These are also used for height and depth perception. Then
Which is
this
the
is the
children's
this swing.
favorite?
Yeah,
What is
this is the favorite of children's. It gives the great vestibular input to these kids and also helps in regulation, their sensory regulation.
that's
This
lovely.
provides calmness too. The platform swing, it helps in various purposes for vestibular support, posture stability, eye contact, alertness, body awareness, etc. And then this is the swing for infants or toddlers. Basically, it's used for infants, providing the same thing. Then we have a ball pool over here. These are colorful combination balls which have variety of sensory balls and tactile balls too, which provides great tactile input to them, cognitive, colorful skills development. Then coming to the sensory ball, we have different textured balls over and different textures. So these help the kids to develop their tactile senses and helps to explore the environment.
Wow.
Wow,
Then
that's amazing.
this is the trampoline, which help for alertness and awareness. Basically, also for providing vestibular, tactile, and proprioceptive input. Uh, then we have variety of visual lights over here. Uh, these are for calmness and alertness and visual stimulation.
Huh.
Then we have stairs. We have stair climbing unit. So these have different height and depth perception and color perception too. And providing the tactile input, we have sensory movements over here, which is from soft texture. One, these provide tactile input to the kids. And we have variety of action things over here. That's it.
Thank you. What I
If
mean,
you
what
have
a
any question for
what a wonderful environment for the children to be in. I mean, they must be. It's like it's almost dreamlike for them.
Yeah, these provide calmness to them. Also, visual stimulation. Autism and SPD kids have lots of sensory issues. So these work is in sensory stimulation to them. So it provides calmness, relaxation, etc.
Does that help with children who, in particular, have say attention deficit issues who attend therapy sessions?
does this room does this lights and other things about which you're talking about,
Yeah.
especially help the children having attention deficit hyperactive disorders?
Yeah, it is for them also because these provide calming effect to them. So they can which helps in improving their sitting endurance and also to reduce their hyperactivity level.
I see. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Kathy. So now let's slowly, but as we move to the next two, I would like to introduce you to our next department. This is our speech therapy department. Here we have around 5 compartments. Is Rekha, one of our speech therapists. And another speech therapist working with us.
Hello.
This is he's another speech therapist. So unlike the other, this the speech therapy is given in different compartments so that the sounds are not mixed. And I would also like to introduce Ms. Nausheen. He's another speech therapist.
Hello, Nausheen.
Hello, Nausheen.
आपको कुछ बताएं?
यहाँ पर हम लोग 6 स्पीच थेरेपिस्ट हैं और यहाँ पर लगभग 125 से 130 बच्चे रोजाना स्पीच थेरेपी के लिए आते हैं, जिन बच्चों को बोलने से रिलेटेड खाना चबाने, निगलने, सकिंग करने में प्रॉब्लम होती है, जिनकी ड्रूलिंग इशू होते हैं, आई कांटेक्ट अटेंशन इशू होता है, उन सब पे वर्क किया जाता है. So हम different
here we are 6 speech therapists working here, and every day approximately we are providing speech therapy to 120 to 130 kids. And the kind of issues with which we deal with is like the issues children have in swallowing and chewing. They have the issue which they have in sucking, also the drooling issues present in the children, and also the speech issues present in the children. And also we work on the attention and eye contact. We use different equipments for this.
हमारे पास डिफरेंट तरह के डिसेबिलिटी के बच्चे आते हैं यहाँ, सेरेब्रल पॉल्सी के, ऑटिज्म के, डाउन सिंड्रोम, मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रोफी, एनाटॉमिकल मिसआर्टिकुलेशन डिसऑर्डर, voice disorder, all सब पे हम वर्क करते हैं. तो हमारे पास कुछ
we have children with different kind of disabilities like cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, autism, misarticulation disorder, Down syndrome, etc. And we work with them using this equipment.
जैसे हमारे पास कुछ पजल्स हैं, बीट्स हैं, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ बीट्स हैं, क्योंकि किसी को ग्रीपिंग में प्रॉब्लम होती है, किसी बच्चे का होता है ग्रीपिंग पावर अच्छा होता है, तो हम उसे डिफरेंट साइज के देते हैं. कुछ हमारे पास फ्लैश कार्ड होते हैं जिसमें कलर कॉन्सेप्ट और जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं उनका आइडेंटिफिकेशन कलर कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ होता है. ये सब टॉयज और इसलिए होते हैं क्योंकि बच्चा प्ले थेरेपी से बहुत ज्यादा जल्दी सीखता है.
We have different kind of beats, puzzles. This different beats and puzzles help them in the gripping. Then we have this flashcards. These flashcards help them identify. And also we are using different kind of toys during speech therapy session. The main reason behind using those toys is that children learn much easily by through play therapy when the therapy is given them in a manner in which they feel like as if they are playing the things.
हमारे पास मिरर में क्या होता है कि बच्चा जब खुद को देखता है, खुद को देख के वो बहुत सारी चीजें, जैसे उसका लिप मूवमेंट है, उसका टंग मूवमेंट है, उसका बॉडी पोस्चर्स है, जब वो बोल रहा है किस तरह का उसके मुंह का पोजीशन हो रहा है, वो देखकर काफी कुछ उससे बहुत ज्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट आता है. उससे काफी बहुत अच्छा ऑब्जर्व करके सीखता है, मॉडलिंग की तरह खुद को वो ऑब्जर्व करता है.
We have a mirror, and in a mirror, when the child speaks, then he observes different body parts, like what's his lip movement, what is his tongue movement, and it's like for the child, it's like a model standing in front of the mirror. So those observation of the child of himself help him in improving his own misarticulation or any other issues which he or she has.
आई कांटेक्ट के लिए हम लोग कैंडल का यूज करते हैं और टॉर्च का भी यूज करते हैं. कुछ लाइट्स के हमारे पास चॉइस होते हैं जिनका हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जिससे बच्चे भी मतलब खुश हो और उनको ऐसा ना लगे कि हमें कुछ वर्क करवा जा रहा है. प्ले के थ्रू
we use candle, torchlight, and different toys with light for the eye contact.
ऐसे ही कुछ पजल स्पोर्ट्स हैं जिसमें कि ग्रिपिंग भी होती है और कॉन्सेप्ट भी होता है और इसमें क्या होता है स्पीच भी डेवलप होती है. फ्लैश कार्ड्स हैं हमारे पास कुछ.
Similarly, we have puzzle boards which help also in the gripping and also help in developing their speeches. We have different flashcards which help them in identifying different types of things, different places, different animals. So all this is used to develop their vocab, I think. Yeah, it helps to develop the vocabulary of the children.
यहाँ पे कुछ एक्सरसाइज भी करते हैं हम लोग. सौर मोटर एक्सरसाइज है, लिप एक्सरसाइज, टंग एक्सरसाइज, चूइंग के लिए एक्सरसाइज है, ब्लोइंग एक्सरसाइज है. ये सारी एक्सरसाइज करते हैं ताकि उनका ओरोमोटर जो है वो डेवलप हो. पहले तो प्राइमरी उनका वर्क जो होता है खाना चबाना, निगलना, सॉलिंग करना, सकिंग करना, ये सारी चीजें. उसके बाद फिर हम उनके फोकस करते हैं उनकी स्पीच पर.
We also provide them do different kind of exercises for them to help them in chewing and swallowing and different kind of lips activities so that the oromotor develops more and more. The first thing on which we concentrate on a child is of his basic need, that is chewing, swallowing, and drooling issues. And after that, we all concentrate on the speech of the child.
इसलिए हम कुछ वाइब्रेटर है हमारे पास जो हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं, वाइब्रेटर मशीन भी है हमारे पास जिसका हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं.
Okay, you use it on the face of the children. They use different kind of vibrators and kind of electric toothbrush for the stimulation of the facial muscle of the children.
ऐसी बात होता है कुछ बच्चे का जब लेवल बढ़ जाता है, जब वो फ्रेज लेवल से सेंटेंस लेवल पे आते हैं, तो कुछ होता है कि हम उनकी छोटी छोटी पोएम्स होती हैं जिनका इस्तेमाल हम लोग करते हैं उनको वर्ड डेवलप करवाने के लिए या 2 words के सेंटेंस डेवलप करवाने के लिए.
When a child develops further, when he develops speech and when he moves from face level to speech level, we use different kind of books which are very simple, 5 lines or 6 lines poem in them, so it helps in developing their speech.
स्टोरी पे जो काफी बड़ी होती हैं जिनका फिर उसके बाद लास्ट में जब हमें यूज किया जाता है कि
Then,
स्टोरी
when we use the story level, we use the books which are sentences which are small stories, so when children that read them, the speech get developed more and more.
हम इसमें कन्वर्सेशन लेवल भी फिर स्टार्ट कर देते हैं और इन्हीं से रिलेटेड हम उनसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं.
After that, we work on the conversation level and then we ask questions related to them.
इसके बाद हमारे पास एक डिसेबिलिटी के और बच्चे आते हैं जो कि हेयरिंग इम्पेयर्ड होते हैं जिनके लिए कुछ डिफरेंट तरीके की थेरेपीज होती है, उसके लिए डिफरेंट रूम होता है. मैं
So apart from that, we have also children with different kind of therapies for children who are hearing impaired, and they require the therapy in a different room, in a different environment. And now Nushin is taking us to that room.
Okay, thank you.
That was amazing. Noshin's answered all our questions.
It's an audiometry room.
इसमें ये साउंड प्रूफ होता है, इस वजह से यहाँ बच्चों को लिया जाता है क्योंकि उन्हें अगर एक साथ बहुत सारी साउंड या नॉइज सुनाई देंगे तो वो कंफ्यूज होंगे, तो हमें नॉइज जो है एक ही उन्हें जो दे रहे हैं वही सुनाई दे, इसलिए साउंड प्रूफ रूम बनाया जाता है.
This audiometry room is try to make soundproof. Soundproof room is used because when we are giving audiometry training to the children, they should not hear different noises. And the only noise which we are trying to give them, they should hear that. And Roshin, I feel that one reason is that also, na, ki, for us, for example, when we hear sound, when we talk anywhere in the surroundings, we have so many kinds of sound, but our brain has learned to filter the sound and hear them. But when this hearing aid kits, they are provided with the special hearing aids. At the age of 6 or 7, when they start hearing sound for the first time, their brain doesn't have susceptibility to kind of filter that.
ताबिश में बताओ कि क्या होता है कि हेयरिंग इम्पेयर्ड को कोई मेंटली इशू नहीं होता है या कोई स्पीच प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है, और लेकिन हमें बोलने के लिए हमें सुनना बहुत जरूरी होता है. तो जब हम बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं तो हम क्या होता है कि हम 5 अगर आवाजें एक साथ सुनते हैं तो हम पहचान लेते हैं, बट उनको ये चीज नहीं होती क्योंकि हम एक एक साउंड उनको एक एक करके ही पहचान करवा सकते हैं.
So she's saying that the children who are hearing impaired, they do not have any mental or speech issue. The problem with them is that they haven't, for us to learn to speak something, you should hear something. So they haven't heard anything right from the childhood, and when they get the hearing aids, they are not able to identify or filter among the different sounds they hear. So we need to make them identify using different kinds of sounds.
हमारे पास डिफरेंट लेवल के 32 किड्स हैं जो हेयरिंग इम्पेयर्ड हैं और उनका लेवल डिफरेंट है. चिंगारी की तरफ से उनको हेयरिंग एड्स प्रोवाइड किए गए हैं डिजिटल है. हर कुछ टाइम बाद हम उसमें की मैपिंग और प्रोग्रामिंग करवाते रहते हैं. इसलिए उसके बाद हम लोग डिफरेंट टाइप के नॉइज मेकर यूज करते हैं, कुछ लो फ्रीक्वेंसी के.
32 children here who are hearing impaired, and they have been provided with the digital hearing aids by Chingari Trust, and we work on them in this room.
और जैसे डिफरेंट है, कुछ साउंड है जिसके कि उनको खुद करके सुनकर परसीव करके उनको समझना होता है और उनको मैच करना होता है कि हाँ ये अगर ये साउंड है तो क्योंकि ये सेम साउंड है तो उनको खुद आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं और सुनकर समझते हैं.
So Noshin is showing me a box. It's quite interesting box. So here different items are kept, and you know everything has a different sound, and it's divided into 2 compartments, red and blue. So one each has a pair in each them. So one red will be having a pair with blue. So children need to hear different sounds and then they need to match this up. So if they are able to match this up, they're able to recognize it.
और इसमें नंबर भी दिए गए हैं ताकि क्योंकि अगर आपको सुनने में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो गई बच्चा खुद आइडेंटिफाई करता है अच्छा मैंने सही सुना या नहीं अच्छा ये 4th नंबर का था मैंने 1 नंबर से मैच किया तो ये उनको काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है
This have the numbers behind it. So when a child himself do it, now he sees the number whether I've made a correct pair or not. For example, this is 4 and 1, and you can hear this sound, and you can hear this sound. These are different. So it's kind of interesting for the kids also to how to learn.
इसी तरह ड्रम है ढोलक है ढपली है हमारे पास कुछ पियानो है डिफरेंट नॉइज मेकर एक ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस है जो कि अब टेक्नोलॉजी काफी आगे बढ़ गई है ब्लूटूथ डिवाइस है हमारे पास जो कि मोबाइल से कनेक्ट करके बहुत इजीली आप डिफरेंट नॉइज है तो काफी बच्चों को एनिमल साउंड्स है वो आइडेंटिफिकेशन करते हैं कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट्स की है जैसे एरोप्लेन है या ट्रेन की है एम्बुलेंस की है या पुलिस के सायरन की है तो हम ये सब को ब्लूटूथ के से कनेक्ट करके हम उनको इन नॉइज की भी पहचान करवाते हैं और अब स्पीच थेरेपी से कुछ आगे भी बढ़ गए
Similarly, we have different instruments like this drum, small piano, other things. And also we have this instrument which we connect with the help of Bluetooth, we connect it through our mobile phone. And on YouTube or any other things, we then play the sound of, for example, sound of different animals and other things on the phone and help the children to recognize them.
A quick question I had कि जो sign language आप हिंदी में सिखाते हैं या इंग्लिश में?
ये मतलब मिक्सचर्स होता है जैसे हम मिक्सचर्स बात करते हैं ना कुछ की कि अगर उनको है ना वो पैरेट को हम तोता नहीं बोलते पैरेट भी बोल सकते हैं कुछ पीकॉक बोलते हैं कुछ मोर जो उनको इजी लगता है घर में जो इजीली उनको सिखाया जाता है उसी के यूज करते हैं हम लोग
Farah, will you translate or shall I?
No, you translate.
Farah asked the question whether the language which you are teaching to the kids is in Hindi or English. So Naushin's answer was that it's a mixture of Hindi and English. There are many words which are common, English words which are commonly used in the homes in India, like we don't call tota anymore, we call them parrot or we call peacock. So it's depend on the accessory, on the how what's easier for the child. So in accordance with that, we teach him different words.
हमारे जो हेयरिंग इम्पेयर्ड बच्चे हैं वो इस लेवल पे पहुंच गए कि अब वो 5 से 6 लाइन की पोएम्स जो है वो खुद सेंटेंस फॉर्म में करते हैं पोएम के जैसे पोएम नॉर्मल बच्चा बोलता है इस तरीके से बोलते हैं
Wow.
Many of our hearing impaired children have reached to the level that you can see that these are the poems in Hindi and these are small 5-6 line poem and they are able to read this poem like almost like a normal child.
यही हमने कुछ बनाया हुआ यहाँ पे हमारे जो चिंगारी का स्टाफ है क्योंकि वो बाय नेम नहीं जानते हैं तो हम उनको बाय नेम सिखाते हैं कि अगर आपका स्पेशल एजुकेटर है जो है तो वो कौन कौन है सौरभ उनको बाय नेम होता है कि
So
हाँ
these
कौन
are the photos of the Chingari staff working here.
To
and we help those
identify
children
them.
by their
बाय
name.
नेम
Yeah. That's my photo.
Wow, what amazing work is being done. That's just, it's truly special because, you know, I'm really impressed. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because our own son went through speech therapy from the age of 3 or 4. And so we got some insight into how plans are developed, how issues are recognized here in the UK. And, you know, what the program that Norshin has and others have developed is easily on a par with anything we've seen here.
Yeah, absolutely. If in fact not better in some
I was
ways.
going to say, yes.
Your
more-
plan is,
it's
I've seen,
richer.
it's richer, it's amazing. There are some, you know, and it's so important for children to get early speech and language therapy. The earlier the better, like Tabish was mentioning that, you know, early diagnosis, early intervention, all these things will set the child up for the future. And hopefully Chingari, with all the support that Chingari gives, set the child up for life. And what an amazing job that is. Thank you.
I think I'm not wrong that Nosheen has been with Chingari since the very early days, yes?
Yes, yes.
So really, I think your work
Yes,
encapsulates
she's
the
very
growth and sophistication of the organisation as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bahut shukriya, Nosheen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Now, let me introduce you to the caretakers working at Chingari, Sabi, Sunita Sahu, Shahjahan, Rani Yadav. Tim and Farapa, they're almost like second mother to the kids, especially to those kids who doesn't come with their own mothers at Chingari. I've
Wow.
seen them taking care of lot, even taking them to the toilets and even cleaning them, those who are not able to do so. Many times I've seen them feeding the children with their own hands when the food is distributed during midday meal. So it's an amazing work which they do.
I agree with you. Tabish, that's the most important job. It is. And thank you to all four of them for doing this, because it's to take over the children and being responsible for them throughout the day, managing them is very hard work. And I really honestly, I completely understand how hard it is, and I actually send my complete respect to them.
मैंने इन्हें बताया, आपने तो आपको स्वागत कराया, उसके बाद बताया कि आप लोग ऑलमोस्ट बच्चों की दूसरी माओ की तरह देखभाल करते हो, खासकर वही बच्चे जिनके माँ बाप बच्चे नहीं आते, उन्हें टॉयलेट ले जाना, उन्हें खाना खिलाना, उन्हें ये सब चाहिए। तो ये बातें सुन के फराफा का कहना था कि वो भी बिल्कुल मानती है और वो आपके काम को बहुत अहम मानती है और आप लोगों की अपनी दिल से इज्जत करती है जो काम आप बच्चों के साथ करें। तो आप लोग खुद कुछ बताइए अपने बारे काम के बारे में। हाँ, आप धीरे बता दीजिए, मैं ट्रांसलेट तेज कर दूंगा।
हाँ,
मुझे यहाँ काम करना अच्छा लगता है। मेरा काम यहाँ की साफ सफाई करना, बच्चों को देखना, बच्चों को बेंच से उतारना, उनको खाना खिलाना, बच्चों का पूरा ध्यान रखना।
Good morning. Namaste. My name is Sunita Sahu and I'm working here from last 7-8 years and I like working here. My work here is to help children in coming out and going out of van, looking after the cleanliness of the center and also feeding the child with their own hands and also other works which comes in others day-to-day work related to the caretakers.
I was just going to say, just to follow up on what Farah was commenting on, I think for a child with special educational needs or who is neurodivergent, one of the most important aspects of their learning is that they feel secure and they feel comfortable in their environment. And it's that sort of contribution that these ladies are making on a minute by minute basis to the children's experience. It's so valuable.
टिम का कहना है कि जो फरहान ने कहा से आगे बढ़ाती हूँ कि इन बच्चों के लिए बहुत जरूरी होता है कि जहाँ ये थेरेपी ले रहे हैं वहाँ ये लोग सहज महसूस कर रहे हैं। आपका काम हर मिनट उनको ये सहज महसूस कराता है। Do you have any questions for them?
Yeah, I wondered, what's the biggest challenge that they have, any of them have faced while working in Chingari
with the kids,
with the children?
आपने बच्चों के साथ काम करते हुए सबसे बड़ी चुनौती क्या लगी है? ये काम बड़ा मुश्किल काम है, ये काम क्यों मुश्किल है?
लेकिन एक चुनौती जब बच्चे बड़े बड़े हुए हैं, बच्चे बढ़ जाते हैं, उनकी क्षमताएं बढ़ जाती हैं, तो उस समय लगता है कि अब बच्चे बड़े हो गए, तो लोगों को लगता है।
So we have been doing everything here happily. Nothing is so troublous much. But one thing we feel as a challenge is that when these kids grow up now and when they become quite elder, it becomes difficult to take care of them, to carry them, and to take care of their needs. So it's a bit of challenge especially to when a child grow up to look after his or her needs.
I see. What is it about working Chingari that makes it all worthwhile for them?
चिंगारी में ऐसी क्या चीज है जो आपको लगता है कि इससे हमारा काम वो हो चुका है, सार्थक हो चुका है? यहाँ एक ऐसी इस वजह से हमें लगता है कि हमारी सारी मेहनत सफल है।
जैसे कोई बच्चे उससे कुछ करते हैं, उससे खाना खाते हैं या उससे हम थोड़ा सा बोलते हैं और वो वहां चले जाते हैं, तो हमें लगता है कि हमारा काम हो रहा है।
When we see children doing something on their own, for example, if a child is able to follow our command, or if a child is able to sit or do anything on his own, we feel that whatever we are doing at Chingari becomes worthwhile.
Absolutely, response is the best achievement when a child responds. You feel like all your hard work has paid off. Thank you, Tabish. That was really emotional and wonderful speaking to the ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So now slowly we are moving to the physiotherapy room. Yeah. I'd like you to introduce to Dr. Dr. Sanjay, another physiotherapist, and
Hello.
Dr. Wrinkle is another physiotherapist,
Hello.
and Dr. Numa, another physiotherapist.
Hello.
And also, I would like you to introduce you to Dr. Rajdeep Das. And
Hello.
you guys might not be knowing, but he's the one who's handling the camera right from the
Thank
beginning.
you.
And he has been a great help for me. And so,
Excellent
Oh,
camera work.
really good
Thank
camera
you.
work.
Very
Thank
good
you.
camera work.
yeah. Anybody of you need to tell about your work?
Yes.
So,
Myself, Rishi Shukla. I am physiotherapist. I am working in Chingari Trust since last 8.5 years.
Wow.
And I want to let you know about what the physiotherapy techniques and what the equipments and tools we use for the treatment of children.
thank you.
So I am starting from here. This is treadmill. Will be used for who is having difficulty in walking. So it improves their frame. Standing frame is particularly used for those who are not able to stand independently. So by the help of standing frame, we teach them how to stand independently. And is RAM. RAM used for
We can't hear you very clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. That's much better.
Okay. I'm repeating again.
Yeah.
This equipment is called ramp. Ramp we use to give them gait training. By the gait training, improves the child's balance and also improves their walking pattern. And the next equipment the next equipment is called static cycle. The static cycle improves child's walking pattern and also improves their movements of lower limbs.
Does it also improve on muscles development?
Yes, muscle development and also used for their muscle strengthening purpose, ma'am.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Yes.
so important.
Yes, ma'am. The next one is balance board. Those children who is having a problem with their static or dynamic balance, so we can use by the balance board improves their balance while sitting, standing, and walking.
That's brilliant. That's
Yes, ma'am.
really good. And it's
And
very important also to get that balance.
yes. And the next equipment is paddle cycle. Paddle cycle is specially used for small kids, those who are not able to, running on static cycle. So we use for them. Those are small kids. The paddle cycle.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next is that we can achieve neck control and trunk control by the use of wedges. it improves their neck muscles and also improves their trunk muscles, especially for gluteals and trunk extensors muscles. By the getting that improvement, we can achieve the child's sitting and
Mobility is
neck holding.
also it helps with mobility, I
Yes, ma'am.
believe.
It also helps the getting mobility of child.
That's really good because how many children come to you every day?
Ma'am, each therapist takes around 20 to 22 childrens in a day.
Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of work also for the therapists as well because you have to continuously guide them and
Yes,
help
ma'am.
them throughout.
Yes, ma'am. We
That-
provide therapy by two ways, by the passive ways and active ways.
Okay.
So some therapy we have to do with the child,
Yeah.
and some therapies can be able to child by active exercises.
Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
to the parents, do you guide the parents also when you're doing the therapy with them?
Yes, ma'am. They also helps us while doing therapy, and we also teach them to taking session at home also. We have to teach them some exercises that they can be do at their home with the child.
That's amazing. That's so important to learn that for parents so that
Yes.
whenever they have the time at home, they
Yes.
can
Yes.
work with the children. That's
Yes.
really good. Thank you.
We also teach them some lifting and carrying techniques they do
So
at
they
home.
don't hurt their back.
Yes, ma'am. And we also take the feedback how they are doing at home, what exercises they are giving at the home, and is they are doing proper way or not in proper way. So we also take the feedback.
In situations where a child has sometimes a child will be quite severely limited in their movements. Do you also have to manage expectations of the parents, because parents might expect there to be a big change in a short time, but your work can be quite difficult and
Slow.
painstaking and slow.
Yeah.
So how do you manage the parents' expectations?
Sir, some parents, some children are coming here. Those are in severe category. So we counsel their parents. It will take time to recover because your child there are so many physical challenges. Yes. So we provide them what the therapy childs need, and we counsel them. Child will take some time to get recovery because child is having the severe category. So they have so many physical challenges. So sort out these all challenges. We will take time to get their recovery.
And I suppose the important thing is consistency and getting the parents
Yes,
to buy
consistency
into
is very
that
good.
with the activities.
sir. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, consistency is also must because when the child comes regularly, then the therapy will helps to make them independent very soon.
That's my next question. How many times a week do you see the same child, or how many times a month do you see the same child? Like, if a
Ma'am,
child is coming in, how many times do you see them?
ma'am, that depends on the category of child. If child is from a mild categories disability, so it will take recovery very.
No, she's not asking recovery. आप हफ्ते में कितनी बार एक बच्चे को देखते हैं, महीने में कितनी एक बार?
We have provided them therapy 5 sessions in a week, Monday to
lovely.
Friday.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was amazing and really insightful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Where are we going next, Tabish?
Yeah, where are we going?
Next we are going to the kitchen.
Oh, wow. What's cooking?
And Tim, I'm sorry, I will take 2 minutes extra. Because this is the first thing which got started from which get initiated by me when I've come to Chingari. When I've come to Chingari in 2011, for first 2 months, I wasn't knowing what I will be able to do with the Chingari. And after 2 months, one MD pediatrics, Dr. N. Berman, she has come with her intern for me as a volunteer at Chingari, and she was doing the thorough checkups of the kids, and I was doing the translation work for her, and she was looking after each and every kid very, very minutely, and she was making me say that tell the mother that this thing is all right, this thing is all right. Even the sexual and the private part of the, she said you should make mother sure that everything is working on. So every time whenever she used to do the checkup of the kid, she used to ask the question, what kind of food he or she is getting at the home. And for some reason, we haven't received a satisfactory answer of that question from her. So then she decided that we should start providing kids with the midday meal at Chingari.
Nutrition.
With the proper nutrition, so that they get proper nutrition food. So at that time, the question was that how will we be raising the fund? Then those interns, they were from Wisconsin Madison University. They've gone back to their college. Then they have held an event called Slow Food Event. The name Slow Food was against the fast food culture. And with that, they have raised the money of around, I think, $3,500 at that time.
Wow.
And the budget which we have made for a year was $5,000. Then N herself, they have raised around $3,000. And then N Burman, she herself has given a donation of $600. And we were like, okay, let's start with it. We will see how it progresses, and we will look for different kind of fund, because at that time the funding was a crunch. And today, after 11 years, that program is still going on, and they have been able to fund us with that. And that's the starting point of my journey at Chingari.
Extraordinary. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Tabish. It is like, an ocean is filled drop by drop, and Chingari is that ocean. And I've seen it grow from a small child into a young adult. For me, seeing the way Chingari has changed over the years is fascinating. And without all the hard work that all the people put in, and the teamwork that people in Chingari put in, I don't think it would be possible. So thank you for that.
And actually, because it was the first work in which I was involved now, so it's very near to my heart also.
Oh. Fantastic. So show us more of your the first thing that you created with your help that came to be.
It was a complete teamwork, and I'm with Paramjit, she cooks food for the kids every day.
Namaste.
मेरा नाम परमजीत कौर है। मैं पिछले 9 सालों से चिंगारी ट्रस्ट में कुक की पोस्ट पे नियुक्त हूँ, और मैं पर डे 200 बच्चों का खाना बनाती हूँ। मेरा बनाया गया खाना बच्चे को खाते हैं, पसंद करते हैं, तो मुझे बहुत खुशी मिलती है।
आप क्या क्या बनाती हैं?
हम दाल चावल, खिचड़ी, खीर और दाल दलिया, फ्रूट्स देते हैं, दूध ब्रेड देते हैं, अंडे रोज दे रहे हैं। अभी ठंड आ गई है तो अंडे रोज दे रहे हैं हम लोग।
Which meal makes the children happiest?
सर बच्चे तो सब पूरी चीजें पसंद करते हैं। खिचड़ी भी बहुत अच्छे से, वैसे देखा जाए तो दाल चावल और पुलाव बहुत पसंद करते हैं। बाकी बच्चे तो सभी खाते हैं, चीज जो भी बनाते हैं बहुत खुश होकर खाते हैं।
Dal, pulses, rice and pulao children like the most, and they cook different kind of fruit like vermicelli, rice porridge, and they also distribute fruits to the kids. And since the winter season is going on, so every day we are also giving one egg to the kids. So this is the kind of plan which we follow here. And also, when we make the rice porridge and other things, we make sure that we add what all vegetables are coming into the market. so that children eat them and get it helps them in increasing the nutrition part of the food.
Absolutely, and seasonal fruit and veg to eat that is really important. And again, like you spoke about nutrition, Tabish, it's so vital for children, especially children coming from really poor communities where sometimes parents can't even afford a meal. Hanatim, isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where
And
a
also,
meal might be a couple of rotis.
as a parents also what we face the issue is now many times many things are very nutritious, but to feed a child it need to be tasty also.
Yes. Yeah.
So at times with these children, they don't eat the things directly, but as a parent, we all might have done this with our kids at our home. We mix them with other food item and help them in getting it. For example, my daughter doesn't like spinach much, so we mix it with other food items and we give it to her because she's very sad. So in the similar way, when these food items are mixed in the rice porridge, na, they they it co- also the other issue which we need to look after while making food here for Appa is that the that these children are not normal children. Swallowing and chewing of the food is also not normal. The food needs to be softer also.
Yeah.
We can't make very hard food also.
No.
So this is also another thing which we need to take care while making food.
Absolutely. There's one other thing I wanted to add, Tabish, and it's a simple thing, but we don't think of it. A parent's main worry in throughout their child's life is, and even when the child grows up, is has my child eaten? And to know that your child has had a meal is I think, for me, I think that is really really important, and how important it must be for the children who are coming in, for the parents and for the people who are watching, who without their donations, there would be no Chingari. So yeah, thank you all of you who are listening. And again, I honestly, it's humbled me to see this today, because although we talk about Chingari, but today to see everyone and the way the team is working has really brought connected me to all of you again, reconnected me. Thank you for that.
So, thanks, Paramjit, for your time.
Thank you.
Now we are moving to the last but not the least part. And now finally going to the admin managing trustee soon, where our admin in charge, Mr. Neeraj, also sits. So first we will have a word with Mr. Neeraj and then we will talk with the trustees. To my left is Mr. Neeraj James, he works as an admin in charge here.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Thank you. What do you like best about working in Chingari?
चिंगारी में काम करने में सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा क्या लगता है?
चिंगारी में जो भी बच्चों की जो भी मेरे जॉब एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं डिफरेंट है, किसी एक के बारे में तो नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन हाँ, जैसे कि बच्चों से थेरेपी से रिलेटेड जो वर्क्स है या जो उनके जो सप्लीमेंटल न्यूट्रिशन से रिलेटेड जो वर्क्स हैं, जो और व्हीकल्स के जो बच्चों के जो मारुति वैन्स हैं उनके रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस से रिलेटेड बहुत सारे जॉब अलग अलग जॉब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, तो वो सभी किसी एक चीज पसंद नहीं है, लेकिन सारी चीजें इंक्लूड हैं.
I can't say any one particular to be the thing to the best way, but I enjoy things which are connected with children, like making arrangements for the nutrition, or looking after the maintenance of vehicles, or looking after the equipment. There are different work which I look after and I enjoy all of them.
Thank you. Is there one thing that you do that you feel makes the most difference to the organization?
ये ऐसी चीज आपको लगती है जो आप करते हो जिससे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बहुत अहम है?
मेरा व्यक्तिगत रूप से पर्सनल रूप से मानना ये है कि ये जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो संस्था है वो बच्चों से ही है, बच्चों के लिए है, और बच्चों इसका जो कोर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं वो बच्चों से रिलेटेड हैं। तो बच्चों के लिए जो कुछ हम कर सकते हैं और जो हम और अपने बेस्ट से बेस्ट दे सकते हैं वो ही हम उसके लिए ही मैं ज्यादा वचनबद्ध ही हूँ या प्रतिज्ञाबद्ध।
What is my personal view is that this organization runs for these children, and I am kind of I owe myself to these kids, and I would like to do whatever best I can do for the betterment of these kids. For this, I am committed.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Now let's move to our next part and the last part. You can take a chair, Rajdeep. So to my right is Rashida Apam, and to my left is Champa.
Assalamu alaikum, Appa. Namaste, Didi.
Namaste. Namaste.
Wow. Tabish, for the benefit of the few people who perhaps don't know Appa and Didi's history and how they came to be where they are now, I wonder if you could just say a few words about the 2 decades of struggle and grief and difficulty that brought them to the point at which they opened Chingari.
See, that's a very, very long story of Appa and Didi, how they've come together and how things are done. And but after in 1984 gas tragedy, the government has opened 40 vocational centers in which the women, in every center, there were 100 women who were given one or other vocational training. And the combination was like that. There should be the 50 women and 50 women from Muslim and 50 women from Hindu. So one such vocational center was stationary, where these women were supposed to learn the stationary work, but they were not given any kind of vocational training. They were just given stipend, and they were asked. They were told that we have taught you stationary work, and now you can go out and earn. So that was the starting point of the struggle of these women. And then they started fighting for their rights and the rights for equal wages and other things. And in their rights, one thing which always needs to be remembered is that they have gone walking from Bhopal to Delhi, along with
Bhopal to Delhi, 600 kilometers.
Yeah, 500 miles.
500 miles. Wow.
It's like walking the length of the British Isles.
And they were having no money, and they were not having any money or any kind of resources at their disposal. And they've kind of at the same time they were fighting for the right of the gas victims, and they were fighting for saving this environment. In 2004, their work for the gas victim was recognized by Goldman Environmental Prize, and they were given the Goldman Environmental Prize along with the prize money of $1,25,000. Before that, both these women have seen disabled children born in their families. The granddaughter of Champa Didi, she was born with a cleft lip, and she had taken a lot of trouble in getting her surgery organized. She has, in order to get the finances and other things. And also the nephew of Rashida Appa, he was born completely disabled, and he had died at the age of 22, and at the age of 22 he was not even able to eat on his own. So they have seen this kind of disability in their home, and also they have lost their dear ones because of the aftermath of gas tragedy. Didi has lost his 3 sons, Appa has lost her in-laws and everything. So when they have got this money of $1,25,000, so they decided that they should do something for such children. When they used to go for their camping and other work in the gas and water affected communities, they used to see the similar kind of kids who are born in their families, getting born in the families of other gas and water affected communities. So they decided that they should do something for these children. And also, the way their struggle was recognized by someone, they should give Chingari what women who have been fighting against corporate crime in one or another part of the country. So I I would like to know, with all due respect, this given that they have never gone, they haven't studied proper school and other things, so they were not having any formal education. Informal, they are highly educated, but they have never received a formal education. So at that time, they were having a money and they want to do something. They thought that $1,25,000 is good. So what they have done is that they have hired an auto and they have made an announcement that they are going to help kids with this. And within a week, they were having around 100 kids registered. So when they came to know that the number is so much, they realized that that amount is very low when compared to the number of kids and their requirement. But anyway, they have decided they should, with that amount, they should start doing something. So initially, they have outsourced it. They have started sending the children to another organization, but they were not happy with the results of the children. Then one day while working, they came in contact with one of the physiotherapists, Sanjay Gaur, whom we have met in the physiotherapy. He was giving speech physiotherapy. They have gone to some doctor and they have seen him there. So Sanjay, so they had a word with Sanjay and he was ready to come and work at Chingari at a very reasonable rate, so almost, and then they started giving their started giving in-house therapy to the children. That was the point from where they have started giving in-house. So when those children therapies were given in-house, they have seen that the result in the children were much better than sending them to some other organization for getting the treatment. So from there, slowly that journey started, and slowly people have started joining and joining. And today, around 50 people works here. We have a team of physiotherapists, seven physiotherapists, five special educator, one assistant special educator, one occupational therapist, six speech therapists, six caretakers, eight drivers, and in all, around 300 kids are receiving are on our roll call, and about we have a daily visit of around 150-160 children to our center every day. So,
From a little dream, such an amazing family has grown, really, and it's just fascinating to see Chingari. Again, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but it's fascinating to see what's happened.
you know the name Chingari, those viewers who might not be knowing, when they used to go for the protest, they used to say Bhopal ki nari hai, phool nahi Chingari hai. It means we are the women of Bhopal and we are flames, not flowers. The flames actually means Chingari in Hindi. So from that slogan, they have taken this name, Chingari Trust.
I can't help thinking because what I know of Appa and Didi's backgrounds, you know, they were in 1984, 1985, they were housewives, if that's not the wrong phrase to use, and they had barely left their homes. They were mothers. You know, they were nurturing a family, and they were forced by circumstance to bring themselves out into the world and to eventually take up leadership roles. But it seems to me that they're still effectively nurturing a family. It's just the family is much bigger than it was when it started.
Tim, there's two things that I wanted to really ask Appa and Didi. One was what makes this work so important to you. I'll ask Appa. Tabish can translate it.
Yeah. So आपका अगला सवाल है कि आपका please can you please repeat the question?
What makes them what's the most I've completely, because I'm reading actually out why is this so important to you, Chingari, and where has you know, from again we spoke about it, but what is it for Appa that you know, motivates her every day to come into Chingari, and what is it that makes her happy, and what is it that's most important to her in Chingari?
आपके लिए चिंगारी कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है, अहम क्यों है, क्या चीज है जो आपको आप लोग उत्साह बढ़ती कि आप लोग आए और यहाँ पे काम करें, वरना आपकी टाइम्स आपकी तबीयत भी साथ नहीं देती, फिर भी आप
चिंगारी में जो बच्चे हैं वो देख के उनमें अगर कोई अच्छा हमारी तरह हमें ऐसा कोशिश होती है कि ये बच्चे ठीक हो जाएं, और जब बच्चे कोई ठीक होते हैं तो एक नई जिंदगी मिलती है, और जो अपने पिछले गम है, जो तकलीफें हैं, वो भूल के उनकी खुशी में खुशी हासिल होती है। और बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है जब बच्चा मुस्कुरा देता है देख के। और अगर एक दिन नहीं आते हैं तो बच्चे याद करते हैं कि आप वो जो बोल नहीं सकते वो इशारे से पूछते हैं, जो बोल सकते हैं वो बोलते हैं आप कल क्यों नहीं आए। तो वो लफ्ज उनके सुनने के लिए यहाँ आना बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है। और जिस मकसद से चिंगारी की शुरुआत की थी, अल्लाह का बहुत बड़ा करम और एहसान है कि वो मकसद में चिंगारी आगे जा रही है और काफी बच्चे ठीक हो रहे हैं, और बच्चों की मुस्कुराहट उनके चेहरे पे आती जा रही है। इसके लिए हर दिन, और क्या रात को भी अगर जरूरत पड़े यहाँ रहने के लिए तो हम रात को रहने को भी तैयार है, लेकिन बच्चे की खुशी के लिए सब कुछ कुर्बान है, और उनके लिए हम हाजिर हैं हर वक्त। और जिंदगी मिलती है उनसे, उन बच्चों से जिंदगी मिलती है।
When we see in the Chingari, the most important thing is the kids. When we see we want the kids to become well, and when we see any kind of positive improvement in the child, it gives us a different kind of happiness, and it also helps us to forget all the sorrows which we have in the past. And when if I not come to Chingari if I'm absent from Chingari for a day or two, and then I observe that those children who are not able to speak, with the help of their sign, they would ask me, why haven't you come yesterday? And those who are able to speak, they will say, yesterday, why haven't you come yesterday? So this kind of connection with the kids, and also what positive changes which we see in the lives of this kid after Chingari sir, help keeps me motivated to keep working at Chingari. And if it's required for the happiness of the child and for the betterment of child, I'm ready to work for day, not only during the day but on the night also. I'm ready to work day and night for these kids. And the 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 purpose of which Chingari has been started, I feel that Chingari has been going on the right path, and many children are getting improved and better and normal from day to day. And I feel that this keeps me motivating working for these kids and keep me motivating working at Chingari.
Thank you, Tabish. And I think the next question is a continuum of that.
Yeah, so I also just wanted to take a small step back, because I can't get past the extraordinary circumstances under which Abba and Didi have really come to be where they are in these leadership roles. And I wonder, for Didi in the beginning, did she ever imagine that the ideas they had to support children could grow into the organization that they're leading today? Did they ever see that happening? Or did it happen just step by step?
सिंपल सवाल है कि आपने कभी सोचा भी था कि एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बन जाएगी, संस्था बन जाएगी, या चीजें होती गई और चीजें बनती गई? ना आपने कभी से बहुत आज से बहुत 20-25 साल पहले की बात है, तो आपने कभी ऐसा सोचा भी था, या चीजें होती गई और स्टेप बाय स्टेप चीजें बनती गई?
ये तो कभी सोचा भी नहीं था हम लोगों ने, लेकिन जब हम लोगों ने गैस पीड़ितों के साथ काम करना शुरू किया और गैस बस्तियों में जाना शुरू किया, उसी दौरान हमारे यहाँ पोती पैदा हुई, जो डिफॉर्म पैदा हुई थी, जो वहाँ तालू नहीं थे, और बस्तियों में जाते थे तो लगातार वहाँ पे डिसेबल बच्चे मिल रहे थे। तो हम लोग सोचते थे कि उनके लिए क्या करें, लेकिन हम लोगों की आर्थिक स्थिति ऐसी नहीं थी कि हम उनके लिए कुछ कर सकते थे। लेकिन एक गॉड गिफ्ट था जो हम लोगों को अवार्ड मिला, उस अवार्ड की मनी से हम लोगों ने ये ट्रस्ट बनाया और इसमें बच्चों के लिए काम करना शुरू किया, उनका पुनर्वास करना शुरू किया। और कभी ये नहीं सोचते थे कि इतनी बड़ी चिंगारी इतने बढ़ जाएगी, लेकिन आप लोगों की मदद से आज बच्चों को वो सब चीजें मिल रही हैं जो कि वो हम लोग उनको प्रोवाइड करना चाहते थे। लेकिन अभी भी बहुत ज्यादा कमी है, क्योंकि अभी जो बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हैं उनके लिए काम की व्यवस्था करना है हम लोगों को। हम चाहते हैं कि चिंगारी और भी ज्यादा बड़ी हो, जिसमें इन बच्चों की जिंदगी सुधर जाए, वो किसी के ऊपर आत्मनिर्भर न रहें, अपने आप आत्मनिर्भर बन जाएं और अपने पैरों पर खड़े होके कुछ अपनी रोजी रोटी कमाएं, जिससे उनकी जीविका चले।
As Didi was saying that I've never imagined that we will be able to make any such organization or do anything. I've never thought about. But there's one thing when we used to work for the right of the gas victims and when we used to go to different communities, we used to see disabled child born in the families. And even my own granddaughter, she was born with a cleft lip. So whenever we used to see those children, we used to feel that we need to do something for them. And when we have received that Goldman Environmental Prize, it has given us a means to start and do something for these kids. And while Didi was saying this, I heard Appa saying in the background that even after receiving the Goldman Environmental Prize, we don't think that we haven't thought that we will be able to build such an organization. But us, Didi was saying that they are really thankful to all the supporters with whose help they have been able to bring Chingari Trust at this level, and so many children are getting benefited. But still, we feel that there much more work need to be done. Many of the children are growing up. They need to get vocational training and they need to become self-dependent. So a good amount of work has been done, but a good amount of work is still left to be done.
ये चीज तो हमने कभी भी नहीं सोची थी कि हम चिंगारी इतना बड़ा हो जाएगा। और चिंगारी का नाम रखा इस नीयत से था कि चिंगारी एक दिन दुनिया में आग लगा देगी और दुनिया को बता देगी कि चिंगारी कुछ है और कहीं कोई काम होता है। वो चीज आगे होती गई, होती जा रही है और आगे चिंगारी बढ़ती जा रही है। ये एक बहुत बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि इन बच्चों के लिए फायदा भी हो रहा है और दुनिया की कंपनियों के सामने हम इस बात को रखने के काबिल बन सके कि देखिए गैस प्लेटों के जो आपने जहर फैलाया था, उस जहर से जो असर हुआ है उसके लिए अगर थोड़े से हाथ किसी के बड़े हैं, इनको बचाने में भी हम कामयाब हो पा रहे हैं। ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है।
I've never imagined that Chingari will go to that level. Chingari would mean flame or sparkle, and now this flame and sparkle has turned into a fire. And with the help of Chingari, we are not even only able to help these children, but we are also able to set an example in front of everyone that if we give proper care and proper help to these kids, then they can all whatever harm we have to do, we can repay it to an extent. And to those Chingari is an example in front of those companies that what they should do for the welfare of these kids who are born with disabilities without any fault of theirs.
I think if I can make the observation, I think Chingari is also an example of manifestation of the fierce determination that Appa and Didi have brought to everything they've done since they got involved in public life from 1985 onwards. The determination with which they fought for equal pay and for work for the women they were alongside.
The rights of women.
The endurance and the perseverance needed for the first Hadiatra, and they've of course been on 2 more since then also. It's extraordinary what they've managed to achieve, and we can't praise them enough. Our utmost respect to both of them. Farah, your question, sorry.
No, my question was that what else would Appa or Didi, whoever would like to answer, what would you like to do for the children to support them more? What would you like us to do to support the children? People in the UK, would you like? Is there a message? What else can we do? What my question was basically, what are the new things that you need?
समझ गए हो आपको मैं बोलूं, अगर अलग होगा तो आप मुझे टोक देना। हेलो
हाँ
मैं बोलो आपा, मैं शायद समझ गए हूँ आप जो पूछना चाहती हो।
हाँ
मैं हिंदी में आपा दीदी से पूछता हूँ, अगर वो बात नहीं हो तो
हाँ
आप मुझे टोक दीजिएगा।
हाँ ठीक।
आपा दीदी फराह को पूछना चाहती हैं कि अब आगे आप लोग की क्या अपेक्षाएं हैं, जो लोग
ड्रीम,
एक्सपेक्ट सपने सपने हैं
सपने,
कि
क्या सपने हैं चिंगारी के
आगे
लिए और
और क्या
क्या
करना
बच्चों के
चाहते हो
लिए?
आप उन बच्चों के लिए, और जिसकी मदद वहाँ के लोग आपकी कर सकते हैं, मतलब आगे और क्या करना चाहते हैं।
बच्चों के लिए आगे करने का एक बहुत बड़ा इरादा ये है कि जगह मिले हमें, कम से कम 2 एकड़ जगह हो और उसमें एक ऐसा बिल्डिंग बनाई जाए कि बच्चा जिस दिन आए और वो इस काबिल बन के निकल के जाए यहाँ से कि वो किसी का सहारा बनेगा, वो कोई उससे सहारा नहीं लेगा, कोई उसका सहारा नहीं, बस दूसरे माँ बाप का सहारा बने, माँ बाप उसका सहारा ना बने। इसके लिए उस बिल्डिंग में हर चीज की व्यवस्था हो, उसमें पढ़ाई लिखाई का भी हो, उसमें उनके इलाज के डॉक्टरी भी हो, उनके लिए थेरेपिस्ट भी हो, उनके लिए खेल कूद भी हो, उनके रात को रुकने का इंतजाम भी हो, उनके लिए जो ओलंपिक खेल में बच्चे जा रहे हैं वो ओलंपिक खेलने का भी मैदान हो। ये सब चीजें का एक बहुत बड़ा सपना है हमारा कि ये पूरा अगर हो गया तो हम समझेंगे कि जिंदगी में हमने बहुत कुछ पा लिया। हमारे जीते जी अगर हमारे सामने ये सपना पूरा हो जाता है तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत खुशकिस्मती की बात होगी कि इन बच्चों के लिए हम जो सोच रहे थे हो गया है। लेकिन पर हम ख्वाब तो बहुत बड़ा देखा है, अब अल्लाह की जात से उम्मीद है कि सब लोग के हाथ बढ़ेंगे और ये ख्वाब शायद पूरा होगा। इसी उम्मीद के साथ हम आगे सोच करते रहते हैं और आप सबका से मदद रही तो इंशाल्लाह ये भी कामयाब होगा। जिस तरह चिंगारी आगे बढ़ी है ये भी एक दिन पूरा होगा।
The dream which Rashida is talking about, is having a full-fledged center, especially spread around an area of around 2 acres, and which has all kind of facilities required for a special child. There are therapies, there are medical facilities, there are special education facilities, there are sports facilities, the facilities, the hostel for them to stay, where a child can with disability should come and he should stay for some time, get proper treatment there, and when he goes out from the center, uh, he is good enough that he can support other rather than living his or her life on the supports of other. This is a big dream which she feels that she has seen, but she has hope from Allah that with the help of the people, one day she will be able to realize this dream. And if she is able to realize that dream, she would be able, then would have a feeling that she has achieved something sustainable in her life.
It's a really genuinely wonderful dream, and I think you know, Abba and Didi's track record means that they generally go about realizing their dreams and their wants. So absolutely, I think with everybody's help, we can get there.
Yeah, and I think today that we've said it, I think already the thought has started rolling into action. That's my way of thinking. But I know exactly what Appa means when you take a child with disabilities and you put them through um, a school, a center where they come out uh, able in their own way, where they are able to navigate the world and they are able to uh, stand up for themselves. That is what a parent wants when they are self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is so important, and I think Apa, Didi, and Tabish and the whole team, and I'm quite sure that this is going to happen really soon with the support and the encouragement from people all over the world, really, because we are all rooting for Chingari. And after today, what we've seen, we've met the people, we've talked to everyone, we have seen what the work that the people at Chingari do. It makes me feel completely connected. Do you know what I mean, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's poverty in the world, but it's completely inspiring because it's an overused word, but it's the only word that's appropriate for what you've enabled us to see today. Thank you so much to you, Tabish, to Abba and Didi for everything that you've done and you've built. This is your dream and your vision that we've just been allowed to have some insight into today.
Vision, yeah, that is Appa's vision statement, and I think dream and vision is amazing. Thank you, Tabish.
And Farah and Tim, we are really thankful to you for providing us a platform where we can show them what kind of work we are doing and make them understand our visions and our missions and other things and what we want to achieve in the future. Thanks a lot for providing us that platform.
Thank you, Tabish, for today, because you've been amazing. Without you and your help, we wouldn't have been able to see all of Chingari. It's been so exciting. I mean, it was like I was there with you, walking around and meeting everyone, and it was just perfect because when this goes out, on the 3rd, is it on the 3rd?
Yeah, the plan is to broadcast it on the 3rd. And just to reiterate, we're inviting people to ask questions and to comment as they watch the broadcast. And we'll endeavour to answer any questions as they arise to the best of our ability.
Sure.
But on the 3rd, I think Abba is going to be doing something very important in Delhi. And we wish her every success and every luck in that protest.
Thank you.
Thank you, Didi. बहुत धन्यवाद
बहुत शुक्रिया
आपका। आप लोग आज दोनों आए और हम लोग ये आपका विजन आगे बढ़ा के और सबको सुना सके, क्योंकि ये बहुत जरूरी है। जो आपने जो कहा था सेंटर के लिए, वो भी मेरे ख्याल से तो आज ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो भी हो जाएगा, ऐसी उम्मीद है। और मैंने आज अपन ने बीज बो दिया है, तो वो बीज भी अब एक दिन जाके वो पेड़ बन जाएगा। Thank you, namaste, salam alaikum, and have a good evening. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Now bye.
Bye.